This will be a beginner's tutorial on how to play the lion drum, the Chinese lion drum. This is a specific drum for the line dancing. And there's not that many tutorials out there or videos out there that really teach these things, so it's kind of hard to find information. So I do what I can. I've learned some things from the videos, and I've created some of my own, some techniques of my own. Some of the terminology I'm familiar with, but just a few terms. And you know, I'll do the best that I can. There's different sticks that you could use, and you want to get the sticks that feel the best for you. There's these right here. These are more tapered. So you look at the sticks, they're a little bit longer, and they kind of taper off at the end. And then there's these right here. They're shorter, and then they're just straight. They're not tapered. So these feel a little bit lighter. These are a little heavier. So you know, you can kind of work with to see which one works for you, what feels better for you. And then you just get used to that. The way that I would hold it, I would hold the sticks more like this, where it's like that. Okay, so I wouldn't necessarily recommend to hold it like this, because some people might hold it like that. I would recommend to hold it like that, and it's just kind of like higher up on the stick about here, not too close to the ends right here. It's more of like a balance and speed that you want to develop. If you hold it too high up, then you're not going to really get much movement. So it's going to be like about right here, maybe like a few inches, maybe like 2 or 3 inches here, and then the rest here. So I would hold it like this, okay? So I want to show you some basic techniques to work on. And once you have this foundation down, then you can just keep building and kind of creating your own techniques. And first off, just the drum in itself, just certain things that you can understand. Like some people would bring the drum up, tilt it up, and that allows you to hit it with a lot of power coming down like this. Just go straight down, like straight down into it. And then it's not going to stop at the drum, because if it's angled and you hit down on it, you could come down like this, and then you can just keep hitting it that way, which is nice. So another thing, where if you tilt it, it also gives like a different sound to the drum. So say if I'm hitting the drum tilted, and then I hit it with it on the ground, it gives it a different sound. So put that in consideration when you practice. Also, I'm not going to hit that hard because the neighbors up there complain. So I'm not going to hit hard when I'm demonstrating this. So think about if you want to tilt it or you want to leave it flat on the ground or not. Okay? And different part of the drum will hitting it at a different part of the drum will make it sound different. So you could experiment with hitting at the different parts and seeing which part is going to be the best part to hit, but typically it's going to be like right here, not in the center, not in the edge, but in between the center and the edge is where you're going to typically hit. So if you notice, if I hit it towards the edge, this is how it sounds. So that's not what you want. As if I come closer to the end, to the center, this is still the edge, and then I'm going further away from the edge. I would call this the sweet spot. This is where you're supposed to hit it. And then if I keep going to the center, that's directly at the center. That's how it sounds directly at the center. Okay, the sweet spot's right here. This is where you should hit it. And this is the edge. Okay, so sometimes you might purposefully hit it at a certain area just to get a certain sound effect. Like you might purposefully hit it in the center so that it'll make a certain vibration and sound that you want for that technique. But what I would say, typically you would always hit it in that sweet spot in between the center and the edge, about right here. Alright, so we have that understanding, and then there's also like hitting the side like this, and it gives a different sound, like a clacking sound, almost as if like you're knocking on a door. So you got hitting the drum at the sweet spot, and then you got hitting the side of the drum, like knocking on the door. Okay, so that's just a basic understanding that you want. So first off, I would teach this, rolling to the side. So you want to, in a way, kind of get a little bit comfortable in a stance. They call it a horse stance. In Chinese, they'll call it a mabo. So you get like in a horse stance, kind of bending your knees a little bit so that you can drive down the power into the drum from the ground. That's when you hit it really hard. But right now, you just want to get in a basic stance, and you want to be in the center of the drum, and you want to be able to hit in the center this way, right? And then you should be able to hit to the side of the drum very efficiently, just hitting to the side like this. So you should be able to angle your hands like this, and then hit the sides, and then come to the center, and hit the sides, come to the center. So you should be able to do this very effortlessly. All right? You can hit the center like this as well, but it's going to be harder to transition. Right? Hitting like to this, or you hit to the edge like this, and then transition to here, it's not going to be as efficient than going just angling it this way. So I like to go like this when I hit to the sides, and then back to the center. Okay? So first thing I want to show is rolling on the sides. So you just basically tap the sides, just one after another. Just so you want to just start off. Try not to do it at the same time, because that's not what we're working on right now. But it's just one after another. And then you want to just build up speed as you do that. So you want to basically have a good range, being able to do it from slow to fast. So the faster that you can do it, the better, because then it just shows like how far your range goes. Because anybody can do it slow, like just one at a time. But to go super fast, very few people can do that, and that's what you want to keep practicing. Try to go faster and faster and faster, so you can go from slow to like a high level speed, and then you have like a lot to work with. But if you can't go that fast, then you only stop at a certain range, and then you only have so much you can do. Okay, so you start off here, and then just try to go faster like this. So it takes practice to be able to do it where you don't hit it at the same time, but where you hit it one at a time really fast. Okay, so that's the first part that you want to work on, rolling on the sides. And then rolling in the center of the drum, hitting the center of the drum while rolling. So once again, you could go slow, just one at a time. Time, and just build up speed. Okay, so that's relatively slow, but that's how you got to build up. You just keep going slow, and then building up to medium, and then fast. So that's something that takes a lot of practice as well. I'm still trying to get faster myself, but we all start somewhere. So you just kind of start off with a slow pace. Until you build up speed. Okay, so if I try to do it as quick as I can, I'll try right now. Alright, so you want to do that. So roll to the sides, roll to the center. Alright, after you roll to the center, I call this one the 3-star. This is what they call it traditionally, called the 3-star. So it goes like this. So you hit with the right, and then you hit to the side, and then you hit with the left. So it goes like this. So you see, like, boom, boom, boom. So, and then you hit with the right again. So. So you just want it to go smooth, okay? You don't want it to be abrupt. Another thing is, when you hit the drum, make sure that you're hitting down with the stick at an angle, so it's not like flat with the drum. So you don't want to hit it flat. You want to hold it and then hit with the angle, so then only the tip of the stick hits the center. Okay, so you hit it at the angle, and look at the rhythm, and look at the pace. You don't want to break the pace. You don't want to break the rhythm. You just want to. And you want to basically use like equal force on each hit. Like you don't want one to hit harder than the other one, because then it just throws off the rhythm. Okay. So look, it's just really slow. So that's called the 3-star. That's the basic one, right? So after the 3-star is called the 5-star, and that's basically adding the 3-star with the 5. So it goes like this. So you do the 3 and you do a 5. So. Dun 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 dun. So dun 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 dun. So you do the 3 and then you do the 5. So that's the 5-star. So if you break it down, it's just that this right here. That's it. And then hit to the side. That's the 5-star. 3-star is this. 5-star is this. The 5-star is actually the 3-star combined with that beat right there. So this is actually the 5-star here. It goes the 3-star and then the 5 hit, or the 5-star hit. So you're adding that 3 with the 5, and then finally the 7-star is there's this extra add-on to what we just did. So you do the 5 and then you do this extra add-on beat, and then that makes the 7-star. So the 7-star goes like this. Starts off with the 3. That's what the 7-star is. So you're basically the 7-star. It's going. You got to do that extra little speedy rolling to change up the rhythm of the beat. Like that. 5 part, it goes here. 5 is this, 7 is this. So there's the 3, 5, 7. Alright? So there's like slow, medium, fast. Slow, medium, fast. You combine it all together, they call that the 7 star. You just do that one slow beat, that's called the 3 star. The 5 star is the 3 star combined with that medium pace. And then finally the 7 star is the 1 or the 3, 5, and then the 7 is all combining it all together. So the 3 star is this. And you just do that repetitively over and over and over again. Over and over again. The 5 star is this. The 7 star is this. Okay, so you want to work on that. Alright, so it all starts with the 3 star. Get used to that. That one's the easiest one. Then learn the 5. Once you get used to the 5, then learn the 7. The 7 is a little bit more, it's the hardest one. Okay? And then finally, the last one that I'm going to show, I call it the hidden dragon. I don't know the exact name of this one, but this one reminds me, basically this beat comes from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. It's like my favorite beat. So it sounds just like this. It goes. So I call that one the Hidden Dragon. It just goes dun 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 dun. So you can even do that at the sides. So that's, I call the Hidden Dragon. So you basically just do the 7 star and then combine the Hidden Dragon to that, so it sounds like this. That's the foundation. The foundation is the 3, 5, 7 star. Once you get that down, you can just add in all these different things that you learn, and then you just kind of have your own way of doing it. And it's just, you know, 'cause sometimes it's hard to teach because you got to come up with all these different labels for all these different beats. But it starts from the foundation, and that's the key. So just get that foundation down. Get the rolling down as fast as you can on the rolling on the sides. And then as fast as you possibly can, the rolling to the center. And then get the 3 star down. Get the 5 star down. Get the 7 star down. extra beat that can be mixed in with the 7-star just to make everything very unique. So the Hidden Dragon, and then there's all these other beats that you could do to just mix things in, just to keep everything fresh and new and exciting. But that's all this video is designed, is just to get you that foundation down, and then you could play around with other techniques as you add into that foundation. I'll quickly do some of the mixes that I've created, just to show like what I'm talking about. So. basically it. I'm still working really hard to try to get better, but that's some of the basics that I can show you all, and it just takes a lot of practice and just creativity, watching other people do it, watching some videos and getting some new rhythms and beats. This is something where once you get good at it, you can literally just watch somebody else and listen to somebody else do it, and then it could you could get something from their expression as well, and just try to make it a part of your own. So hopefully this video helped out some people, and I thank everybody for the support, and take care.